So you won't tell us the whereabouts of your twin in the Black Pearl then? As I said before, I simply do not know where to find them. We split up as soon as we entered the tower. Once we locate her, I wonder if she might give us the pearl in exchange for your safe return. No, she would not. We were prepared for such a contingency when we chose to set foot on the ground. Such threats will avail you nothing. What do you think, Toll? I believe she is telling the truth. The elder of the two sisters has always been quick to shoulder the heaviest burden. With her sister in prison, she will no doubt try to forge ahead on her own with renewed determination. You're quite well acquainted with the goddesses, it would seem. I can only assume you were very close with them once upon a time. Of course, if that's true, then you're of little use to me. It'd be quite difficult to trust you under such circumstances, after all. Even one goddess should suffice for our goals, as long as we have the Black Pearl. So what shall we... So what do you say we eliminate this one here and now? Wait. I speak in jest, of course. Once we've done what we've set out to do, the goddesses will be set free. Those were your conditions, no? However, I will brook neither incompetence nor interference. I have prepared just the thing to ensure our dear Lady Fina has nowhere to go. It's a barrier. Ah, this is... What the hell have you done? Oh, don't get so worked up. A powerful magic, yes, but it's nothing more than a barrier. Not bad, is it? We Darklings have some rather sophisticated magic of our own, as you can see. Goddess of No, any attempt to dispel it is a waste of effort. For you see, this was originally an incarnation from your own people. Incantation of your own people. That explains a few things. You mustn't open the Ark. So this is the first reference to... Well, I guess this came after Ark of Nepetian, but this is a reference to another game called Ark of Nepetian. You must have opened the Ark. Huh. That we did. And your descendants of those who turned their backs upon the gods and sank the land to the ocean's depth. You realize why we seek the Black Pearl? Demonic essence represents the crystallization of our highest ideals. No sacrifice is so great that it couldn't possibly keep us from attaining the perfection it promises. I trust you will look to the day with great anticipation, Goddess. There's a lot more history here than I thought. Yes, dating back before the founding of Ys, for an era were young even by human standards. Doesn't concern me either way. Oh wait, there's something I would like you to have. It's the harmonica. It can't be. Silver harmonica. Hey. Even an item of such diminutive size took every last bit of effort to transport it through the barrier. I don't understand why give this to me. Ray and I were attacked by demons immediately upon entering the tower. She may not even know she dropped it. By the time I found it, we were already on our separate ways. You see her before I will, given the circumstances, so please give it back to her when you do. Why? Why are you doing this? Well, you're searching for her, aren't you? It would only be logical to assume you found her eventually, or she'll find you, perhaps. Not what I meant. You don't condemn me, even after all I've done. Why would you trust me with this? Because I believe in you. I believe in your determination as well as your unwavering kindness. Thank you, Toll, for being so concerned about my safety after all this time. What, you didn't think I'd notice? I can read you like a book. I don't know what you're talking about. You're free to cling to false hope if that helps you deal with your situation. But ultimately, That's all they are. My only concern is finding Ray and the Black Pearl. So... Was there something you'd like to say to me? Not in particular. You're an even more interesting man than I thought you. That's all. What's that supposed to mean? It takes an iron will to withstand the transformation into a demon, so I can't help but wonder how someone as naive as you could keep from just giving in to temptation and going stark raving mad. Trying to start something? Don't get me wrong. All I care about is finding worthy opponents. So whatever is going on in your head, it is no concern of me. Just fascinating, that's all. By all means, go on and fight your good fight. See how far I can take this little charade of yours. Truth be told, I'm actually kind of excited to see you snap in the end. Great, huh? I've burned all my bridges. What else can I do? I'm not proud of what I've done, but this is the path I've chosen for myself. Shortly thereafter, Daedalus instructed his followers to split up again, resume the search for Ray and the Black Pearl. Toad quietly warped back to the exact spot where he'd encountered Fina earlier. His search was about to pick up right where it had left off, just halfway up the tower. This is essentially justification as to why you don't get to go back in there and claim the treasure that's right next to Fina. And I kind of need to do this anyways. Guess what's here? That's right, the sword. The fire magic. So before I continue, I did want to mention the fact that the plot doesn't explicitly tell you, or if it did, it's sort of in the background, but the idea is that once they have the Black Pearl and the demonic essence, they're supposed to let the goddesses go, because they've essentially attained what they want, which is essentially his agreement is that he gets to kill all of these little demon eye guys that he encounters, and that when this is all over, the goddesses remain safe and unharmed. So Toll is sort of a complicated character, at least as far as the storyline seems to go, but there is a reasoning for what he's doing that will hopefully be explained before we get to the end of the game. Is that? It is Commander Toll's greatsword. But why is it here? Ah, that's right, the artifacts piece that Daedalus and Zova stole it. This one is from House Trova, and is getting the same treatment as the other two. I wonder how I'd explain myself for taking it. They never asked me about the other two, but I might be pushing my luck with this one. I should go. Oh. But it has been some time, Toll. I've not seen you since that fateful day. Commander Trova! What's wrong? You keep bowing your head like that, I won't be able to see your face. I'm sorry. I have no right to show you my face. It seems much has occurred since my departure from this plane. I've begun walking a path unworthy of a holy knight. If you would, I'd ask you release me from my oath. I don't believe I'm capable of that. I have no authority over you anymore. I am no longer of your world. All I can do is give you this. Surge of power bursts from the artifact. Toll was granted the use of the Inferno skill. So it's essentially a hell tornado. What? I am not worthy of such power. I know not what path you've chosen, but even if I did, it would make no difference. Whatever may be, you must define it. Do not let it define you. Be it glorious, unpleasant, or shameful, it is no one's destiny but your own. Only you can take charge of it. If you are lost, you need only ask yourself what you wish to become. I have faith in you. I know you'll make the right choice. Commander Trova, I swore on that day that I would endure any shame and hardship if it meant achieving my goals in the end, and yet his words have shaken me to my core. I should keep moving, if only just to see where this path takes me. Let me switch over to the fire magic. I don't have the charge yet because I need to power it up again, but that's essentially what the magic looks like, so it's good against flying enemies. And magic, nice. And then whenever I get it powered up and I can charge it, it'll turn into a giant volcano, I guess. Fire tornado is the word I'm looking for. Thank you. So I'm overpowered for this area now. I should just, instead of fighting these guys, I should just keep moving. I do kind of want, I do want to try to get more SP though as we go up the tower. And I know I'm going to be swimming in it at the end of the game, because it'll just be giving me tons of it, but the sooner I can get some of these abilities unlocked, the better. Need 15, I think, is my next goal. Yeah. I may be able to use this to get across that other thing. Go back and see if I can do that. May be able to do that. Nope. Nope. Make jump, and then I just float. Okay, I'll need a double jump. I'm only gonna float. Okay. Enough. All I need to see. Just keep moving. Meantime, let's clean up some of these dudes. Lots of crap. Nice. There was a YouTuber I used to watch back in the day. I don't know what ever happened to him. I may have mentioned this also on one of my earlier videos, but there was a YouTuber that would do very funny, very interesting, history type YouTube things for they were German-based stuff, so like he talked mainly about Germany, founding of the Holy Roman Empire, as well as as well as Austria, which is a German-speaking nation. It was never really incorporated into Germany, except shortly during World War II, during the Anschluss. Damn it. Don't fall down. But he was doing a video series about, you know, essentially the entire history of Germany, and he was putting up about one video a year, and he was up to about the point, he was up to about the point where they were going to start dealing with, well, he was past the Protestant Reformation, but he was about to the point, like I said, where they were going to start handling this, you know, essentially the peace of, I think it's called peace of, I don't know anymore. It's essentially basically made, there was no official religion in the Holy Roman Empire after that, and that you were allowed to practice Catholicism or Lutheranism based on your, you know, whatever you chose. So, the Austrians, I believe, were primarily a Catholic nation, whereas places like the Northern Confederation, which would later become, well, Prussia and then Germany. So he was up to about that point right before the religious wars, and like I said, he was updating about once a year, right around about Christmas time, and then he worked on a project for where they talked about sort of like a rebellion or independence types movements, and he talked about the bottleneck, which was a section of Germany between World War I and World War II, where the occupation zones between between America and France overlapped, and there was an area where their occupation zones didn't overlap, and because of that, there was an area where it was very difficult to get information, letters, that sort of stuff into and out of, because you weren't allowed to travel into the occupation zones, and there was no major highway that led you between the area where you were and the rest of Germany until eventually that zone actually got incorporated by the rest of the French occupation zone. Get in. So I kind of wrote off at least the first year where he didn't update that history of Germany, and then after that he didn't update the following year either, and he didn't update this past 2022 either. I'm kind of sad that it looks like he's done doing YouTube, but it's not like his videos didn't get any views at all. They were somewhat popular. I myself watched the video, like each one of his videos, like probably a half dozen to a dozen times each, because I just found them just sort of like, there were these sort of one-liners, and I mean, aside from the fact that the history itself was interesting, you know, the way he presented it was very entertaining. So I've incorporated some of his stuff into my lexicon since. So that's sort of why I brought him up, was occasionally I can do, you know, a Jesus, which is from his stuff. What the? This must be the Devil's Corridor. What is that? Oh, it's Unica. Oh. Ah, there's trouble. Here's trouble I don't need. Okay, the color seems to be returning to her face at least. She should wake up soon enough. Unica Trova, Commander Trova's daughter. Maybe it was fate I ran into here. Trova took out the Crimson Lotus Blade. This is for the best. I don't deserve its power in the first place. I'll feel better giving it to someone who does. The Devil Corridor. A trapped inner spire where the wind is drawn from outside and converted into a sinister melody that drives all who hear it mad. Pretty low even for this lot. If I transform, its effects should be nullified. Or maybe a way to negate the sound itself, perhaps drowning it out with echoes from the holy melody like... No, I don't have skill for that. If I transform, it should be able to bear the noise with minimal harm. I have to do what I can to maintain my demonic form for long enough. Yep, guess I'll save. So I am not without the magical powers that the frickin' thing bestowed upon me, so... And I am going to try to get to that side area first. Go up this way here. I want to see something before I continue. Hey, little Roo. Seems an unfortunate bystander of the Devil's Corridor. Perhaps there's something I can do to help. Ring of Ease. Alright, another ring. I sense comparable power in this ring. Power to reduce the consumption of magical energy, if I'm not mistaken. Make it much easier to use the Thunder Claw on those demons inside. Thank you, little one. I appreciate that. Ah, you're not gonna let me use it, are you? Nope. Not gonna let me use it, so I gotta do this. I've been trying to avoid doing this, but I guess I don't have any choice, do I? I may have fucked up. Alright, I survived. Though I probably shouldn't have. These guys are tough. The heck, man. So I'm supposed to use you, is that it? Hey. Oh, Spirit Cape. Alright, I will be using that eventually. I got my power back, so let's go back in here. Yay, Claire, more damage. Okay, so I do get to heal myself out here. Okay. Wasn't sure if the game is going to let me do that because I'm an evil, evil person. Okay, we'll get out of the Devil's Corridor, though. We don't need to be in here. I think I like this one better. Or maybe not, I don't know. Oh, well, I gotta get to a safe spot first before I worry about that. Dude. That'll do. Alright, I'm gonna, just gonna kind of sprint right through here. We're gonna trigger the, well, I'm starting to wonder if maybe this is not a good idea, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down over here, we're gonna trigger the, treasure chest, and then I'm gonna save on the other side. I know there's some guys I need to fight before I get to the, what's it called? Before I get to save, I think. Okay. Not super concerned about that. Cutscene kills me though. Simple enough. Bad status effects, bolster bad status resistance, extended drop item effectiveness, boost recovery, decent skill recovery, reduce MP usage. Alright, let's save up. Now we'll head back.